Life was going great in Uganda until you seen rebels coming like flesh-eating pandas. Everyone was running, not knowing what to do. I heard gunshots, hoping we would all pass through. Everywhere I looked, people were dying. The rest of them were praying and crying. My sister ran the other way and almost escaped. I couldn't believe it, but she was beaten and raped. My father was shot trying to save her. Happening so suddenly, it was all a blur. He tied me up and took me to their territory. From then on, I lost faith in God's glory. It looked like they had thousands of guns just in inventory. What they do to people here is just pure gory. They line innocent families up, and they see my friend Chris. It was hard to see it, and it was just for target practice. For the longest time, I had nightmares. All I could do was hope God listened to my prayers. Just as I graduated JK, I was first introduced to an AK. At first, I couldn't stand any day, but then they gave me a Chevrolet. Just as I graduated JK, I was first introduced to an AK. At first, I couldn't stand any day, but then they gave me a Chevrolet. My hands were almost too small to pull the trigger. The rebels forced me to kill another nice girl. Baby's being killed by a guy named Coney. He offered me to try, and I'm like, you don't know me, homie. Almost every night, the commander gave us alcohol and drugs. It made us feel like the strongest and baddest thugs. I had grenades attached to my waist, with a creepy mask on my face. I robbed the store, shooting the owner to the floor. I took some candy and the money from the drawers. The commander gives us cool stuff in large amounts. It just all depends on our kill counts. I killed another man today, shot him in the back as he ran away. We rode to villages in pickup trucks, with everyone chanting, we're gonna fook everyone up. This is my family now, and it just turned 11. I've been fighting since I was like 6 or 7. We'll come through and murder an entire town after we lay back, smoke, and watch it burn down. The combat life is all I represent. At the age of 12, I was recruited to a lieutenant. Just as I graduated JK, I was first introduced to an 8K. At first, I couldn't stand any day, but then they gave me a Chevrolet. Just as I graduated JK, I was first introduced to an 8K. At first, I couldn't stand any day, but then they gave me a Chevrolet.